Yeah, Manisha.
Uh, shall I go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I used else if condition. I kept the first condition same as yours, neutral.
Mm-hmm.
And in else if condition, I added if the current item of 2 is negative, then
Okay.
same do the same thing.
Is it working?
And yeah, it's working.
Okay.
But what my issue, I tried to save it
Mm-hmm.
because I want to save that one.
Okay.
So now my issue is means I know what is that, but
Okay.
like 1 second. This is my output report. This I have
Okay.
created. Um, so neutral and negative, I did it and it came. But the thing is that as per the row it is writing and there are empty rows.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And means I know the solution as my experience is. So I know the
Mm-hmm.
solution. I just want to confirm with you. Like
Okay.
again, I have to read this sheet
Mm-hmm.
and I have to filter the empty rows.
No, not
Okay.
required.
Something else
While,
we can do, right?
yeah, while writing only we can do this.
Okay.
Can you go back? I'll tell you what you should do.
Yeah. I think this one I'll close this. Yeah.
Go up, scroll up. Where you have taken the row variable, first of all.
Row one, na?
Uh,
Second. Yeah, row count two. I've
row
taken.
count 2 you have taken. Scroll down now.
Mm.
So this row count, what 2 you have taken, right?
Mm.
That is for one sheet.
Yeah.
So you need to create one more variable when you
Okay.
are adding one more sheet,
Okay. Another row.
another row variable, row count. So you can just do click on line number 17,
Yeah.
do Control C and Control V there itself.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. There only I will paste it.
There only, huh? The same location.
Mm. 1 second. Yeah.
Okay, now rename one of the variable,
Mm.
okay,
Mm.
to row count for negative row count or something like that.
Okay. I'm just creating as of now this.
Okay,
Mm.
fine. One. Scroll down now. Now row count, your first variable will applicable to neutral,
Yeah.
and row count one, what you stated, okay, will be applicable to your
Oh, negative one.
negative one. You just need to increment that values there and change the values in the
Hmm.
right of Excel.
Yeah.
Change that variable to one, row count one.
But I.
You can directly edit also, okay?
Uh-huh. And here I would need to change it to
Yeah,
row count
change it
two.
everywhere. Okay,
Then it
in the
will.
second block.
And then it
So
will work.
then it will start working.
Hmm. Okay, I'll do it. And last one question.
Mm-hmm,
Like uh, here we are giving condition
mm-hmm,
like two.
mm,
This is on the column that we know.
mm,
Suppose say we know the column, no, we don't know the column number, but we know
mm-hmm.
the column headers, header names.
We
So
can put it there.
same way, uh,
Yeah, we
in
should
place of
put a
two,
single quote and put the header name.
not square bracket.
Inside the square bracket, we need to
Okay.
put that.
Okay. Yeah.
Either index,
Hmm.
either header. That
Yeah.
is not an issue. We can do both way.
Okay then.
We can try that out. Sure.
Yeah. I'll do it and I'll ping in the chat only.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Others, yeah. Thank you, Manisa. Arpit, Niharika, Suchi. Have you tried this use case?
No, Kiran, I've not tried it yet. I'll just try it today and maybe tomorrow if I'll have any doubt. or in the next session we'll get back to you.
Understood. Understood. Okay, what about others?
Me too, Kiran. I didn't find time to go practice that. I'll
Okay.
do.
Okay. Understood. Okay. I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Okay.
ఇది కాకినాడ ఇప్పుడు మామిడి పృథ్వీ
Okay. Mm, Okay. So this is the same flow I have opened, okay, where we were creating the output file, okay, for the input file which we have seen in the last session, where we have created based on the what is it, emotions like neutral, negative, whatever we have, okay. And I have given you a task basically to get this completed for your another section. Okay, let me open the input Excel. Okay, based on the sentiments we have created. So let's create for other.
రోజు ఉంది అందులో షూట్ అవుట్ ఉంది అంటారు మొత్తం అమ్మాయిని మాట్లాడకుండా సీనియర్ అనుకున్నా పొడుగు
Okay, I think there was some disturbance. Hmm. So basically we have to keep on creating separate variables, okay, for the row counts. So I'll be creating for negative now. And I will be using the same code. So I have to just copy this code from here to here and paste it here. Then I will basically go ahead and do a else if. To keep on changing the values there. Instead of this row count, Now it will be a different row count. Now let's try to run this. So you can see Manisha, right? In the use case, what you did. Okay. Now,
Yes.
when I did this, see, it is basically systematically putting the values in those two sheets.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And accordingly, the same code will be applicable for all other activities.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, for all of you, this will be a task to finish all 5 sentiments. Okay. And keep this code ready by tomorrow or by next session, basically. Okay. This is our first use case we have seen. Now, today we are going to see one more Excel use case, but with a different input file, which is another input file what we had. Okay. But that will be, one second, let me open that file first. So I wanted to give you that as an work only. Let me see that file once. Close this file. So this is a different input file, okay, which is basically it's a sales kind of a report where you have these many values. Now, in this value, we need to make a segregation, okay, of the values on the numbers side. Okay, we are going to compare the numbers, and based on that, we are going to create the different sheets and put the data into it. Okay, that's our task. Now, in this task, okay, I'll be using the same what we did in the previous task. Okay, so let's start this. So I'm just modifying the sheet itself. Flow, create a new subflow. I'll be getting this file location.
Hi, Kiran.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have the Excel sheet for the previous exercise?
It was shared on the group.
Okay, let me check.
If you don't have it, ping me or ping in the group. I'll share there. No worries. Again, we have to read the data from B9 to I78. Okay, so in this way, we have basically launched the Excel, okay, with the given address. Then we have read the Excel and we have got all the data into the Excel 2, and we have closed the Excel instance. So let's see how the data is coming. So to run this from here, I don't need to basically go ahead and click on this run button, or this run button applicables to all the flow starts from main flow. If I wanted to run only these 3 lines, I have an option to basically click on run from here. Now, this. Excel data 2, we'll see what is the value in Excel data 2. So we have got all the values from column 1, basically from this value to this last value. Okay. Now we'll make a segregation based on the value available in column 8. Okay, in the output sheet. So I'm going to launch one more Excel, the blank document. Okay. Okay, we need to see the column names. So we'll just mention order number and total. Order number, cell that is A1. And total will be in the B1 column. Once that is done, we will rename the existing worksheet. Is the action. We'll rename the sheet 1 to less than 100. Hmm. We'll add new worksheet. So instance will be 2, will be more than 100. This will go to last worksheet. So what I did is basically I launched this, I read this, I created a new Excel here. I added a 2 columns, okay, to the existing sheet and renamed it, okay. I added one more sheet, okay, and I'll add the columns to them also. Now I'm going to write the values in both of these sheets, okay. I'll take 2 variable for row counts because I have 2 worksheets. For less, which I'll give the value as 2. Okay, I've given a space. Then I'll take one more variable. Basically for more. Then I'll put a if condition. So we need to check the column index of the data. Since we have read it already, we'll check the index. Okay. So can you guys tell me how the index are calculated in this sheet? I told you in the last session. So if I wanted to take the column 4 data, which index should I mention?
3.
3, right? How you calculate it? Basically,
0
is
is the
column.
first.
Yeah, so column 1 becomes 0, 2 becomes 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so since I am taking the total value, which index I'll be taking? Is
7.
basically 7th index, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a if loop. I'm going to take a current item 2, okay, of the index 7, okay. Now I have to basically see if this value is greater than 100. If this value is greater than 100, then it should what it should do is it should activate the worksheet. Set active worksheet in Excel instance 2. So the sheet name will be hundred. Then we are going to write this value. Again, Excel instance will be 2. Value to write will be current item 2 of order number, that is first value, 0th index. Then I have to mention column A always, and row will be row count for more. Once that is done, I'll just copy paste the same variable. Now it's a value which is on 7th. Column will change to B. This will remain same. Once that is done, we'll just need to increment. For more. Any doubts till now? Are you getting it? You are not getting it?
Yeah, Kiran, could you please explain again?
Okay, okay. So let's target on first 3 steps. Are you able to understand first step?
Yeah, yes.
Launch Excel, simple. We have given a file path and the instance is getting stored in an Excel instance. Second stage is basically read from Excel worksheet. So we have given a range of B9 to I78. Okay. And the data, whatever we are reading, is going into the Excel data 2 variable. And then we are closing that Excel because this input Excel is done. The work for input Excel is done here. Okay. On the line number 4, we are opening a blank Excel. Okay, here. Because we wanted to create a new document, that is the output document. So in that Excel document, what things we need to do is we need to first add the 2 worksheets and add the column names. Okay. So to add the new worksheet and add the column names, we did first these 3 lines. So we added a column names, then we added a worksheet. Sorry, we renamed the first worksheet to the first required worksheet. Then we added one more worksheet and then we added a columns to it, name of the columns to it. Okay. So I'll just put a breakpoint here and let's run this piece till this point. Let me open the Excel. Okay. So this is what we have received. Okay. So till this point, this is a new blank Excel getting open. Okay. And it has created 2 different worksheets. Okay. With a column name. Okay. Till this step. Now let's run. Okay. Let me do this like this. Second. Okay. Now let me run this code one by one. Now set variable happened here. Now what I'm doing in this line number 13 is basically I'm looping the Excel data, what we captured from the input Excel. Okay. Now let's see how it is basically working. So I'm running it one by one. Now first it has to activate the more than 100. So currently this is I will just manually make this active. Okay. So when I run this step, ideally expectation is it should open this Excel, this worksheet basically. Okay, let's do that. See, happen. Then it is supposed to write the values now. First value, second value, and it has incremented the value to new. Okay, now the loop will go back. Okay. Again, next value, it passed on. Maybe because the value is not greater than 100. Okay. Again, loop. Again, value check. Value is greater than 100. Then it is again setting it active, writing the value. I'm just running it one by one. So only for the values of the total, which is greater than 100, it is able to write in the Excel. You're able to get it now? What is happening in this?
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now what we are going to do, we are going to add one more logic, basically to write in less than 100 also. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing. Okay. So let me stop this bot first. Let me maximize this. So to do this, okay, what I'll do, I'll basically add. So here, since there are only two conditions, okay, I don't need to add a condition also to check. I can just say else here. That's a one option, which is the easiest option because I have only two conditions here. So I'll be using that. So I'll just say else. So whenever this condition doesn't match, okay, it has to repeat all these four activities only. Changes. Okay, what was the name of a sheet? Okay. Instead of this row, it will be and here also with this. Okay. Now let me run this till this step. First, I'll go ahead and close the existing Excel and I will say don't save. Now I'll be running it from here. Okay, now let's do that. Now the value is less, so it went to else condition. Value is greater. It went to more than 100 now. Okay. Now I'm going to run this. So based on my value equations, it will go ahead and write those values. Understood? Any questions? Okay. So what you guys need to do now is basically whatever flow currently what I have created on the screen, I want you to create right now in your machine. If you want this input file, I can share you on the group itself.
Kiran, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here basically in Power Automate, like the use case which you are showing, you're writing the values cell by cell, right? Like
Yeah,
we're appending the
yeah,
values.
yeah,
So
yeah.
is there any way to, write the details at one go rather than appending it one by one, cell by cell, I mean to say.
Cell by cell. Okay, there are options actually to write the values directly. Okay,
Hmm.
but usually this kind of scenario, the use case what I am taking is purely on cell by cell thing. This is helpful in basically reading and doing a extraction while so when I'll taking a complete use cases, the complete flows. Okay, Excel is a very important part of it, where you need to maybe read the configuration file or read the credentials file. Okay, for that purpose, I am taking these use cases. Okay, this is basically a foundation of that. The
Mm-hmm.
use case what you are mentioning, usually whenever there is a bulk data
Right, right.
to move from here and there, we usually don't prefer to go ahead with Excel only. We will go ahead with CSV in that case
Okay.
because CSV is a comma separated, right? It's very simple to basically move the data from here and there, and that too in a less memory or less efforts to the processor. So it will consume less memory and transfer more data to you.
Okay.
Okay. So for bulk transfer, we usually move the data here and there using CSV, not through
Mm-hmm.
Excel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, one more thing. So, I mean, before there was one more session, right? I've not seen the video, like whole video as of now. But
Hmm.
for the exception one, I just saw the get last error, something you had mentioned, right? If any issue comes up,
Issue comes up.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Hmm.
So in this case, like the Excel automation, there could be a possibility.
Definitely.
Right, the Excel is corrupted or
Hmm.
we are not able, there's some issue and we're not able to open
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
In
yeah.
such cases, in the current use case, so
Hmm.
where are we going to keep those things, or are you going to give us a separate session for that?
We have a separate session on that, definitely, because error handling is altogether a 100% different topic altogether. So
Mhm.
the topic which we are going to cover in the upcoming sessions will be on the block exception plus the individual level exception. For example, since you have just hit that topic, I'll tell you the individual in short. Okay, we have a on error block to an individual line. For example, this launch Excel, we have on error block here. So if I click here, okay, it will give me an option whether I wanted to retry. And if I wanted to retry, is it a fixed or exponential? So if I select fixed, then it will try once, okay, after 2 seconds. This is in the
Okay.
seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can increase this number anywhere. Okay, maybe
Mm-hmm.
5 times every 2 seconds or 5 times every 10 seconds. Anything, whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, I can go ahead with exponential also. How many times I wanted to retry this?
So what is the difference between both the things, like exponential and
Okay, fixed is basically I know how many times I need to retry that thing.
okay.
Okay, like in this case, I have said like I wanted to retry this 5 times only with the
Mm-hmm.
interval of 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ideally, even if this is failing, it will wait for 50 seconds, 5 into 10, right? 10-second, one try, not working, again 10-second wait, try, not working, again 10-second wait, like this. Loop will be there, right? Automatically, it will wait for 50 seconds to try out that thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime there are situations, okay, where usually exponential we use it in web automations, website automation, where we have to wait for certain things to a certain period of time and we have to keep on increasing that time, or else it will time out. Something like that situation is there. In that case, we have to use this exponential basically. Okay. So it will keep on trying and it is not fixed also. So if it worked, it will reset all the values automatically.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we'll try once, okay, we'll try twice, we'll try thrice. Okay, now still if it is not working, okay, it will wait. So now since we have tried this, it will wait for some more time, okay, and then again try for that particular. So basically three tries, wait for some time, again three tries.
Okay. So like basically we need to give some certain condition for the retry.
Conditions there for that.
Okay. Okay. Got
Okay,
it. Got it.
this is actually very rarely used option.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, like in our flows, most probably we don't use it exponential thing.
Hmm.
Okay, majorly it will be fixed only because we know how many times we need to basically retry those options.
Okay.
Okay, and there is this all error option where we can add a rules. Like if Excel goes into error, okay, I'll make it none for now. So if anything goes wrong in this Excel action, what you want to do? You want to continue your flow run. Then if you want to continue, then what next action you need to take? Go to next action, repeat this action or go to label.
Label as in?
Label as in we have to label as in I'll show you the label. So basically we'll need to create a label here like this. So
Okay.
label will be a something where I can maybe say go to. So this is my go to label.
Hmm.
If this action fails, okay, I need to continue the run and go to the label, which is my go to label. Save. So if
Hmm.
somehow this action will fail, the bot will skip these two action and start from here.
Got it. Got it. So basically, it's a basically starting point for the next action to happen, right? That is
Happen. Right, right, right.
okay.
Okay. So this is a label concept.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
This is a label. Repeat action is basically it is going to repeat the action.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
We never use this actually because repeat we can do from here only. Then why we'll
Right.
go here, right?
Retry we are doing over here.
So there is no point. What we usually do is we'll keep two retries, maybe fixed two retries
Hmm.
usually every maybe 3 or 4 seconds. Okay. If still it is not working, it should continue, go to something, go
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
next action, go, or go to label,
Right.
or we will directly do a throw error. Throw error is basically going to throw the errors. Then it will fail. Basically, this bot will fail on the
Got
equation.
it. Got it.
Okay, stop.
Hmm. Hmm.
Or we can add a new rule also. So in the new rule, we have two options. Either we can set variable if you have a flagging mechanism.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, we can use a flag mechanism. Like if this errored out, there will be some flag which we need to set it to true or false,
Hmm.
or give some value, anything. That's one option. Second option is we can run a subflow. So we are going to create a separate subflow only, which will handle your complete exception block. And once if anything goes wrong in here, okay, it will just go ahead and run that subflow.
That particular subflow. Got it.
Simple. So it will handle all your exception blocks there.
Okay, so basically we're going to set up a rule for
Rules.
common
Yeah.
acceptance in a
Yeah.
particular subflow, and we're going to
Yeah.
call it at the places where we feel like
Where we
error.
encounter it. Yes. 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 I'll tell you the simplest exception block which we use in our flows.
Hmm.
Okay. And which is very effective also. Okay. In at least in the case of Power Automate, which
Okay.
I am using since long time in my flows. Okay, so that also I'll walk you through in those particular sessions. I'll be basically showing you to code it, how we should code that, and how we should keep it ready.
Okay.
So
Uh,
that's how it's going to be.
got it. And in this case, like, what kind of exceptions can you? Is it possible to just show like how the exception will come, like if any error comes up, like in the current flow?
Okay, let me show you. So the first exception, what I can create basically, okay,
Yes, yes.
intentionally, that is, this is my location, okay,
Hmm.
from where this launch Excel is happening. See, D, right? D
Right.
Excel use case input, and this is the file name. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to rename this file and just add one more character, one, to this. Now this condition is not satisfying.
Right.
It should fail. Failed.
Okay, so in red it, okay, so where can you check?
See, I can see the error here.
Okay, okay, okay,
Okay, I can see the detail. Failed to open Excel document, this file related error.
okay.
I have I sign. I can just click here and I can see more details. So it is saying that please try the following. This is the error I have got. Okay. And so
Mm-hmm.
it is trying, giving me a workaround. What I should try. Excel file exists, check for Excel file exist, or name or path has been spelled incorrectly. Right? It is giving me a suggestion what I should do
Okay, got
to
it.
rectify the issue. Right? And it is giving me other details.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to be. Let me again rename back to the original one. Okay. Yeah. So we have to try this flow. Okay. So who has started it? Have anyone started?
We need that Excel sheet.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
That Excel sheet we need.
Okay, you want that Excel sheet? Let me right away put them into this group.
And Kiran, I have two doubts, small
Mhm.
doubts regarding this exception thing
Yeah.
that you mentioned. This
Mhm.
label that you have added,
Mhm.
it means what I can see and what I can observe how it works. It is like
Mhm.
a continue activity. It
Mhm.
skipped that two steps and came to the next. From that go to next steps will be going to work. Is it
Execute.
same? The functionality is same like continue or something else I missed?
It's a continue only.
Continue.
So if there is no error
Hmm.
here, so it is going to execute this. It is going to pass through this also. No
Yeah.
issues.
Hmm.
If there is an error in here, and
Hmm.
if I put it like, if there is an error, it should go to this label, then it will skip those two lines.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be.
And my next question is, like we know there will be different type of exception,
Mhm.
and I'm just correlating this one with UiPath, like how we
Mhm.
know system exception and business exception. So
Mhm.
here it is the same concept, or how the exception will be here?
Mostly same.
Mostly.
Mostly same. The way of doing it might be different, but mostly same.
And like how we customize those exception messages. Like here I can see once you run
Uh-huh.
inside the error, we saw that red button, I button,
Mhm.
and all those.
Mhm.
Same, like we can customize it and see it.
Customize in what way? The error messages?
Yeah, like how we customize in UiPath.
Okay. Uh, Actually, in Power Automate, we get automatic errors. For example, automatic error messages. For
Yeah.
example, I'll show you here. In the on error, if I say advance, okay, I have these two error which is already predefined.
Mm.
Failed to launch Excel and failed to open Excel document, for example. So if anything goes wrong in this Excel, okay, standard default error will be this only, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a standard
Huh.
messages. If you want other thing to be added, in this case, for example, I have an option to new rule, set variable, and here I can set maybe some error flag. Okay, and I can set whatever message I want here.
And that we can throw.
And then I can pass this variable maybe to a new rule again, that is to some different subflow.
Oh, okay.
Like if I configured maybe some sending email, taking the screenshots, right? These are all activities we involve. So I will set my variable here for this error. Okay, I will pass this variable to this subflow, and now this subflow will take care of all the other activity. Okay.
So, Kiran, if, for example, if you're trying to read some data from the Excel, right, at that time, there is no data, I mean, it's empty. So, we'll be getting an exception, right?
Definitely.
Right. So, in UiPath, like, or in any RPA process, we have seen, right, like if any business sends any Excel and it's empty, then we throw an business exception, basically.
Yes.
So here we are not like, can we categorize the exceptions, or
We can. That's we have to create that particular piece of code, right? For that.
okay, yeah,
So for example, empty Excel, right? What I can do is basically I can maybe if I read this, okay, and I will get a count here inside this.
right,
If this count is 0, then it is empty,
right,
right? Something like that. Basically, I'm just giving a random thought on this. Okay, so basically, what I can do is I have an option to basically Excel data tool. Where is Excel data tool? Okay, right now it is empty. Okay, I will put one display message, and I will mention it as Excel data 2. See, I have an option is empty dot empty flag. Okay, so if I choose this flag, let's see what message we get here. Okay, see, false. That means Excel data is not empty. There is a data. Okay, if it is empty, it will get you a variable true. That's it, simple.
Okay, so I mean, if any exception comes, like any business exception comes, like how we have created, you were saying that for exception we can create a new flow. So if any exception comes, then we can map it to that particular flow, and then
Yeah.
like that also.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So it depends on use case to use case, business to business, right? What kind of exception they want. Usually transaction level we usually maintain, right? Where system and business exception, right? In both scenarios also, system is like unavoidable. We have to stop the flow. There is no other option if there is a system exception. In case of business exception, we have to basically look for another transaction, right? We should not stop there. Right, if there are 10 transactions, 3 went well, fourth got into error, it should not stop there. It should go to fifth one and inform the client that fourth one has got into an error. Okay, or some what I can say, a report it should send at last saying that these many failed, these many passed, something like that, right? So situation to situation, condition to condition, we have to basically analyze and create the exception blocks. Okay.
So Kiran, I just have a doubt. So you're going to take a separate session for the exception?
Yes, one complete session will be there. Because I wanted to, this is just a theory part I have told you just because she asked me a question, right? But there is definitely a session on this.
I have another question.
Uh-huh.
I don't know whether it is the appropriate time to ask or
No
not.
problem. Yeah.
Like, I have been assigned a project on this Power Automate. I mean, it's a simple, straightforward web automation.
Okay.
Okay. We need to log into the the site and extract some data out of it and write it back to the Excel. And
Mhm.
there are few business exceptions which I need to put. So in order to, I mean, design this process, I mean, do I need to have a config file? With config file I have to create, or a simple I can start with a straightforward automation? Like, can you give your suggestion on this?
Okay. How it is going to get triggered?
I mean, like trigger and everything, I'm not aware of it. They have just given me
Okay.
the automation to develop on the desktop.
Understood. Understood. So there are two options, okay, to it. If there are many values which needs to be configured or which is required for the flow to run, you
Mhm.
have to create a Excel, no other option, because there are many values. Okay. If there are not many values, 4 or 5 values maybe, okay, you can simply create the input variables here.
Okay.
Okay. You just can create input variable, because to trigger any kind of a desktop flow, we definitely need a cloud flow. There is no direct mechanism of running the desktop flow. We definitely require a cloud flow. Okay. Here you can create whatever name you can give. For now it is new input, and you can choose a data type, text, number, boolean, whatever, custom object, list, data table, instance, session, whatever you want. So I'll keep it as text, and you have to save it.
Mhm.
Now, difference between these variable and these variables are, this input variable is going to come give you the data from Cloudflow.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you have, let's say, 4 values to be used inside your flow.
Okay, before we go forward, I just wanted to ask you one more thing. Like,
Mhm.
suppose I have developed this a project on the desktop.
Mhm.
Like in UiPath, we will, publish to the orchestrator, and over there with the triggers, we will trigger it. But
Correct.
in this, I mean, how do we, I mean, trigger the process? Do we have any orchestrator type where we need to trigger the process?
Uh, we don't have an orchestrator, but we have our web portal basically, where we have to create a cloud flow, okay, to
Okay,
trigger
okay.
this desktop flow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And the way you publish the flow, right? Same thing will happen here, okay, in Power Automate also,
Hmm.
but everything will be on the web. You don't have a web, like a desktop console for publishing and all. Once you save this flow,
Hmm.
automatically in your web portal, it will be visible to you.
Okay.
Okay. Now your task will be, you have to put everything into one single solution. Okay. And so there are a concept of environments,
Hmm.
development, production, these kind of environments will be created. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Once you do your development, everything, okay, you have to create a package that is we call it as a solution package. Okay.
Hmm.
When you export it, it's a zip file.
Hmm.
That package will have every dependable activity on this or for this flow to run. Okay. This package you will need to move it to a different environment and then do the task. This is about the publishing of the flow I'm telling about. Okay.
Hmm.
Now to run this desktop flow, you have to create one cloud flow. And from that cloud flow, you need to call this particular desktop flow
Oh,
and
got
then
it.
assign a machine
Hmm.
from like where you need to run that. And then you need to mention whether you want it attended run or
Okay.
unattended run, right?
Okay.
Then what I am talking about is this variable, okay?
Hmm.
At that point of time, when you select a variable there, or sorry, a flow there, okay, it will ask you to put this variable value.
Okay.
So from the cloud flow, you need to pass this value. By default, this will come into your desktop flow and run your activity. Again, if you want something out of from the desktop flow, you have an option to create an output variable. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Any further questions?
No, no, thank you.
Okay, okay, nice, nice. Okay, I think It's already 9. Okay. So for today, you just have a simple task to complete. Okay. For previous flow, you need to create all the sentiments. That's your first task. Second task, you need to replicate this same flow. Okay. Just change these numbers. Now I have taken 100. You can take anything 60, 80, whatever you want, but something different than 100. Will that be fine? 2 use cases.
Kiran, can you repeat again? Sorry, I just missed.
Okay. So you have 2 tasks to do. Okay. First is the first use case, what we discussed on the sentiment basis. Okay. You need to create all the sentiments, negative, positive, very negative, very positive. There are 5 scenarios and neutral, right? So all those 5 and data should be written in that file. Okay. Bot should write the data in that 5. Okay. That's the first task. Second task is the new use case, what I have shown you today, right? I want same to be replicated with you, but changing this value. So I have taken it as 100. You can take anything, 50, 60, 80, whatever you want. Okay. So that is going to be your task till the next session. Okay. So yeah, that's it for today. And we'll inform you on the next session. Plus, I will ask. So last time there was some glitch. That's why we couldn't upload the file, this recording early. But today I'll ask Ankush to upload it as soon as possible. Okay. Yeah. Any further questions?
Can you please share the input files? for
Yeah,
this?
it's already shared in the group on the WhatsApp. Confirm me if you have received it.
I haven't received.
Okay. Are you on the group or not? Or are you joining the first time? Is it?
Yeah, yes, I had joined first time.
Okay. Okay.
I'm on that group free.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Let me. Okay. So let me see. Okay. I'll check with Ankush and he can share with you. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. Thank you so much for today. See you in the next session. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.